In today's video, I am going to discuss a VA benefit that I've never talked about before. So if you think you qualify for automobile allowance, yes, automobile allowance, stick around and I'll explain how. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD 89 VA Claims Consulting, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a benefit that I've never discussed before and you may qualify for it. And it's called automobile allowance. But before we get into today's video, remember, I am going on my tour this summer, How to Win Your VA Compensation Claims. Yes, I am coming to a city near you in person, and I'm going to share with you information in this seminar that will help you be successful on your VA disability compensation claim, and be on the lookout for my book. Yes, I've written a book to help you go through this VA claims process and hopefully win your VA claim, okay? So, today's video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about automobile allowance. You don't hear about this benefit a lot, but when I rated, probably rated a handful of these claims, didn't see them a lot, but I believe, if memory serves me correct, every claim that I touched when I was a rater, I actually was able to grant this benefit. It could have been a couple, I can't remember that I had to deny, but for the majority of the claims that I touched for automobile allowance were actual grants. I can tell you, those vets were educated on the process, they had their paperwork in order, and they won their claim, okay? So I went out to the VA's website and I pulled some of the regulations to show you what is automobile allowance, what is the requirements, and what is the dollar amount that you can receive, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the slides. Slide number one. Here in slide number one, you can see this is 38 CFR 3.808, okay? Automobiles or other conveniences and adaptive equipment certification, all right? Now, I don't always copy and paste or show the entire regulation. So you want to make sure you go out to the VA's website and look at this entire regulation if you feel that you may qualify, okay? So it states entitlement, a certificate eligibility for financial assistance in the purchase of one automobile or other convenience in the amount not exceeding the amount specified in 38 U.S.C. 3902. I'm going to show you that a little bit later, including all state, local, and other taxes where such are applicable and included in the purchase price. Okay, so they're telling you to cover the vehicle, the taxes, everything within the purchase price. And a basic entitlement to necessary adaptive equipment will be provided too, okay? Now, it goes on to say a veteran who is entitled to compensation under Chapter 11 of Title 38 United States Code for Disability described in paragraph B of this section, okay? So we want to jump right to paragraph B, okay? Okay, so paragraph B, disability. One of the following must exist. They give you 6, but they're saying you only have to meet 1. Loss or permanent loss of use of one or both feet. Loss or permanent loss of use of one or both hands. Now, I did a video once before where I talked about understanding the difference when it comes to words VA use such as or and, okay? So they're saying loss or permanent loss of use of one or both hands. Not both, just one, okay? Permanent impairment of vision of both eyes. Central visual acuity of 20 by 200 or less in the better eye with corrective glasses, or, there's their word again, or central visual acuity of more than 2 by 200 if there is a field deficit in which the peripheral field has contracted to such an extent that the widest diameter visual fields subtends or angular distance no greater than 20 degrees in the better eye. Now, don't ask me what that means. If you feel you meet that criteria, okay, for central visual acuity, then what do you need to do? You need to get documentation from your eye doctor, okay? Wouldn't be a bad idea to take this to your eye doctor and say, hey, doc, I'm looking at getting automobile allowance, purchase a vehicle. Do I meet this criteria? Okay, and they should be able to tell you that. Number 4, severe burn injury, deep partial thickness or full thickness or full thickness burns resulting in scar formation that cause contractures and limited motion of one or more extremities or the trunk and preclude effective operation of an automobile. I'm sorry. All right, so there's a lot of ors. So you don't have to meet all of these as it falls under severe burn injury, only one of those, okay? All right, so then you have number 5, that's ALS, and number 6, for adaptive equipment eligibility only, ankylosis of one or both knees or one or both hips. Man, I'm getting tongue-tied. For adaptive equipment eligibility only, adaptive equipment, ankylosis of one or both knees or one or both hips. Now, again, if you feel you meet any of these 6, get documentation from your doctor. Get documentation from your doctor that states you meet one of these under this particular VA regulation, and why not send that in with your claim? Okay, that's easy. Take the guesswork away from the rater, give them the information that they need, okay? Moving right along. Slide number 2, okay? Now, this is the USC code that I mentioned in the previous video, okay? Now, it says assistance for providing automobile and adaptive equipment. Now, here it goes into Section 8. The secretary, under regulations with the secretary, shall provide or assist in providing an automobile or other convenience to each eligible person by paying the total purchase price of the automobile or other convenience, including all state, local, and/or taxes, or $18,900 as adjusted from the time to time under subsection E, okay? So we're gonna jump right to subsection E. And it's down here at the bottom, and you can see I have the X's there, okay? But going back right after the 18,900, it says whichever is the lesser to the seller from whom the eligible person is purchasing under a sales agreement between the seller and the eligible person. Now, I know there's some companies out there that sell vehicles as it pertains to veterans trying to purchase a vehicle under automobile allowance. I just don't know the name of them, but I'm pretty sure there's some out there, okay? So, subpart E, it states, effective on October 1st of each year, beginning in 2011, the secretary shall increase the dollar amount in effect under subsection A, which is the 18,900, by percentage equal to the percentage by which the consumer price index for all urban consumers increased during a 12-month period ending in the last month for which consumer price index data is available, okay? So basically what they're saying here, just like the compensation as it gets an increase, that 18,900 will increase as well, okay? Slide number 3. Now, this is from the VA's M21, okay? Again, I didn't copy the entire M21, but you see the reference there, the M21 reference, and the name of the M21 reference. Eligibility determinations for related benefits. Now, the M21 is not law, but it's a guide for VA employees. I used this when I rated, when I had questions, and it actually helped me go to the 38 CFR. Look down at the bottom right. What does it say? 38 CFR 3.808, right? So that's one thing that I like about the M21. It's easy to search, and you can find other 38 CFRs, and CFR stands for Code of Federal Regulations and court cases. So the 38 CFR, guess what? We covered it in slide number 1, right? All right, now the reason why I'm showing you this slide, it says type of related benefit, automobile, or, there's that word again, or other convenience allowance, one-time payment, okay? Eligibility requirements. Requires SC. SC stands for service-connected disability. So they're saying all those 6 that I showed you in slide number 2, they have to be service-connected, okay? They have to be service-connected to get this benefit. You can't just have a non-service connected condition and get this benefit, all right? Requires SC, service connection, disability, or a disability incurred due to treatment under 38 USC 1151, which results in loss or permanent loss of use of one or both feet or one or both hands, or permanent impairment of vision of both eyes to a prescribed degree, okay? Now, the 1151 is another way of service connection that I have yet to talk about, okay? But I'm just going to briefly describe it, okay? Now, 1151 claim is, let's just say you go to the VA hospital and you have a surgery, okay? And if for some reason they botched their surgery, you can file an 1151 claim. It's like filing a malpractice suit against a doctor, a private doctor, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but 1151 claim, I don't think I've ever covered it, okay? But it's another way that you can get service connected. They botched the surgery, okay? And if you fall under the criteria for loss of use from that surgery, then with that M21 is stating, even though that particular condition you're not service connected for, but it falls under a claim that you may have won under 1151, then they will treat that as a service-connected condition and grant the benefit for automobile allowance, okay? So I hope this didn't confuse you. Go back, look at the 3 slides, look at the 38 CFR that I covered, the M21 reference, and if you feel that you qualify for this benefit, take the regulation to your doctor, get it documented so your doctor can say, hey, you have this, or you have that for your eye condition, okay? Whatever, one of those requirements, is 6 of them. If you feel that you have it, get your doctor to document it and submit it with your claim to the VA. Make it easier on that VA rater to grant the benefit, okay? So that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.